Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jess Cannell, and if you are new, then welcome. I'd love to earn your subscription, and I want to invite you on the journey that we are all on with the recent events that we're about to talk about. So the thing I'm here to talk to you about today, I don't normally come in my jacket. I'm getting ready to run out the door, but I was reviewing the news this morning and just noticed that Congresswoman from Florida, Anna Paulina Luna, made an announcement yesterday that we are going to want to talk about, and that's going to lead into a lot of future discussions. So I'm also, if you'll notice, starting a playlist today that is just going to be called Declassified. And I'm just going to title them 1, 2, 3 as we learn things, because here are all the topics that she said are going to be discovered. Now, what we need to know first of all is that apparently a congressional task force has been created, and she is going to head it. It is called the Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets. Interesting title for one, but what you're going to find even more fascinating is the list of topics that she just mentioned in her press conference yesterday. She said that not only the 3 that we know about, so we knew that President Trump had signed an executive order saying that the JFK, the Martin Luther King Jr., and the RFK assassination files should all be released. And actually, if you were keeping track, last Friday was the date by which the Attorney General and the Director of National Intelligence were to submit a plan to him to declassify all of those files. We have not yet been told whether or not this task force is an answer to that, but certainly it is working in tandem, because she mentioned those 3, and then she went on to list the Epstein client list, the origins of COVID-19, and the September 11th terrorist attacks. So the exposing of federal secrets sounds huge. She also, in her talk, specifically mentioned that the American people have been treated like children, that we have had information withheld from us that ought to be given to us. And this is what you and I have talked about since the beginning, that we all want the truth. We want the truth. We can handle the truth. As a democratic republic, as voters in that, the whole system rests on us having the information that we need in order to make the decisions that are presented to us, whether in the ballot box or when we are giving counsel to our representatives who are going to Washington on our behalf. We need to know what's true. And so I love this. I would love to hear what you think about it. I think the most explosive thing that I heard from the press conference yesterday was that she specifically noted that it may be a little bit of time before we get the JFK files released, but that she has had a chance to look at them, and that she believes there were 2 shooters. This would change everything. She mentioned that the previous committee, she did not specify whether she was talking about the Warren Commission or the House Select Committee on Assassinations. She could have been saying either one, but she didn't say which one, but she did say that they got it wrong, that it was not a single shooter, that it appears that there were 2 shooters. She also did not specify whether or not one of those 2 shooters was Lee Harvey Oswald. So those are the kinds of questions that we are going to be looking at, talking about, and frankly, I'm interested in every single one of these topics. I don't know about you. I'd love to talk about them with you. I have explained before, and I will say it again. My life is a busy one. I'm heading out the door right now to go teach, and I have a number of children. So my life is not such currently that I can just drop everything and make a live video with an immediate reaction to whatever has come out. But my hope is that within, let's say, 48 hours to a week of big news that's being dropped, that I would be able to make a video that walks through the highlights and that perhaps can give some of the historical context, as well as remaining questions or potential rabbit trails it could take us on, because of course each one of these topics has its own data points that we have been told, that have caught people's eye and yet have been pushed out as conspiracy theories. And we've been given a lot of information that may be misinformation or altered information. And so as we receive these documents, those are the kinds of things we're going to be talking about together. One other thing I wanted to note is that I believe 2 days ago, the FBI suddenly announced that they had, lo and behold, found 2,400 documents related to the JFK assassination that previously were unearthed. It said they had not been unearthed. They had been stolen away back in some place that they just didn't even know they had it, y'all. They're so honest. It was just escaped their mind, escaped their notice that they had 2,400 documents related to the JFK assassination. So my mind immediately goes to what those are, whether or not they're legitimate. If they are legitimate, what do they show? And why have they been withheld for us for almost 62 years? So these are the questions I have. I'd love to know the questions you have. Let me know in the comments and we will keep talking. This is Declassified 1 and we are going to keep going with this conversation. I'll see you next time. Bye.